Hello my amazing people, welcome back to Lizzy Gist World, your #1 spot for real talk, trending gist, and deep conversations that actually make you think. If this is your first time here, you're highly welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, you already know how we do it here, nothing but honest gist, no filters. Guys, today's topic is something that honestly got me thinking deeply. When I came across this video, I paused for a moment and asked myself, how did we get here? Like seriously, how did the world become this way? Because if you ask me, I will tell you the truth, things have really changed. I remember back in the days, when our parents used to tell us stories. You know those moments when your mom or dad would sit you down and talk about how things used to be. Back then, certain conversations were not even things you would hear openly, especially from women. There were limits. There were boundaries. There were things people kept to themselves, not necessarily because they were scared, but because of values, culture, and societal expectations. But today, everything is out there. People say whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want, and they say it boldly, confidently, without fear of judgment. Now, I'm not saying that having a voice is wrong. No. Everyone deserves to speak their truth. But sometimes, you just sit back and wonder, is everything meant to be said out loud like this? Before we even get into the main gist, let me quickly bring your attention to something that really stood out, a comment that, honestly, a lot of people agree with but may not always say openly. The comment said, "Why don't you guys understand that Maurice was noticed in movies because of the chemistry he shared with Sonia? Without Sonia, Maurice is not Maurice." Now when I saw this, I paused. Because if I'm being honest with you guys, even me, I got to know more about Maurice because of Sonia. That chemistry they had. It was natural. It was beautiful. It was something people connected with. And it's not just me, so many fans feel the same way. Let's be real, sometimes, it's not just about talent. It's about connection. There are actors who are good on their own, yes. But when they come together with someone they have strong chemistry with, it creates magic. And that magic is what keeps people watching, keeps people talking, and keeps people coming back. Maurice and Sonia had that. Their on-screen presence. It was something people loved deeply. So now that things have changed, and they are no longer acting together like before, fans are beginning to feel the difference. What is happening now is simple: people are remembering the past. They are comparing then versus now. They're asking questions like, what really happened? Why did they stop working together? Can things go back to the way they were? And honestly, nobody really has the full answer. Everything just stopped. No clear explanation. No proper closure. Just silence. And when there's silence, people start to assume. Let me tell you something, fans are emotional. When people love something or someone, they invest their feelings into it. So when that thing suddenly disappears, it feels like a loss. That's exactly what is happening here. People are not just talking, they are hurt. They are confused. They are still holding on to hope that maybe, just maybe, things can go back to how they used to be. Now, I want to say this clearly: I stand for peace. We don't know what happened between Maurice and Sonia. We don't know the details. We don't know the truth. And at the end of the day, it's their personal life. But if there is any way at all for things to be cleared, for peace to be shown, for fans to feel reassured, I think it would go a long way. Because sometimes, it's not even about coming back together. It's about closure. It's about letting people know that there is no bad blood. Let's also be honest, growth happens. People evolve. Priorities change. What worked before may not work now. And that's okay. But the way things ended or appeared to end left too many questions unanswered. And that's why people are still talking about it till today. Guys, after all that, I now came across something else that really made me pause. A video. And in that video, someone made a statement that honestly shocked a lot of people. She said she doesn't want to have children. Yes. She openly said it. Boldly. Confidently. Without hesitation. Now, let's be real, this is not something you hear every day, especially in our society. A woman openly saying she doesn't want kids. People will react. People will talk. People will question it. And that's exactly what is happening now. For those who may not know, this is coming from someone who is not just anybody. She is a well-known personality. She rose to fame after winning Big Brother Naija Season 7. From that moment, her life changed completely. She became a public figure. A brand. A voice point. One thing about her, she is bold. She is unapologetic. She says things as they are. She doesn't try to please everyone. And that's actually one of the reasons why many people love her. Because in a world where people pretend a lot, she chooses to be real. Since leaving the Big Brother house, she has not slowed down. She has built her brand, secured endorsement deals, stayed active on social media, ventured into business, continued to remain relevant. She is not just depending on fame, she is working. Now, back to the main issue. She said she doesn't want to have children. Instead, she wants to be a cat and dog mom. She also mentioned that sometimes, women develop love for pets when they've gone through certain life experiences like heartbreak or difficult relationships. Now, let's talk. Some people find it shocking. Some find it concerning. Some even call it scary. And I understand why. Because it goes against what many people consider the normal path in life. But here's the truth. Everyone is different. Everyone has their own journey. This is where the real conversation comes in. Should people live their lives based on society's expectations or their personal choices? Because at the end of the day, it's her life, her decision, her future. She also hinted at something important: past experiences. Sometimes, people go through things that shape their decisions. Maybe broken relationships, emotional stress, disappointments. All these things can influence how someone views marriage, family, and children. We are in a new generation. A generation where people are questioning traditions, redefining success, choosing different paths. What used to be standard is no longer the only option. The reason this is trending is simple. It challenges norms. And anytime something challenges what people are used to, it becomes a topic of discussion. Now, if you ask me, I feel somehow about it. Not because she is wrong, but because it's different. And sometimes, different things can feel uncomfortable. But at the same time, I also believe that everyone has the right to choose their own path. So now, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Do you think it's okay for a woman to decide not to have children? Or do you feel it's something that should not be dismissed so easily? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let's have a real conversation respectfully. At the end of the day, life is personal. What works for one person may not work for another. And while we may not always agree with people's choices, we can still respect them. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this gist, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so you never miss any updates from Lizzy Gist World. I love you all so much. And I see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.